What's up, guys? Ken over here at Backbodymystery. Right now, we're in recovery. Today, we're going to be talking about our experience at GameStop, fun times, interactions, transactions, and things we've been through. But before I get started, slap, like, and share. That's the best way to support the channel. So I got two special guests. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Jarell with Evil Genius with the J. That's the clothing line. I also do a lot of management and consulting.
Yeah, it's your boy Ju Jeezy from Jeezy Collectibles. You know, check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Put some respect on my name.
GameStop. A lot of GameStop story. You know, there's Reddit out there that's, I think, has like over 100,000
posts,
followers, subscribers. I don't know how Reddit works. I don't be on Reddit. So, but let's kind of go into some crazy GameStop stories. Anything y'all want to throw in off the top of the head?
No, stop playing.
A lot of passion.
lot of passion. So, but I want to throw out the first thing that was a common thing at GameStop. Grand Theft Auto 4, but in other words, Grand Theft Auto IV. What does that mean?
Come on now, dog.
When people call and ask about Grand Theft Auto IV.
Phone frustration. That's what it means, man. People calling all day. And I'm okay with kids. See, when the kids said, you know, hey, let me get Grand Theft Auto IV. Okay, I understand that you're a child and you don't know your Roman numerals, but
for the people that don't know, that is Roman numeral number 4.
Yeah.
That they don't teach in school anymore, apparently.
Yeah, you'll be on the phone like, so you want Grand Theft Auto 4? No, I want Grand Theft Auto IV. Be like, bro, it's the same thing, man.
This here bus is for kids with a future.
Grand Theft Auto IV could have been DLC.
Yeah.
Man, these guys
in the hospital tripping. On the IV or something.
I mean, hey, think about it. Grand Theft Auto IV.
Right. It was all a dream. It was in the coma. No,
man, hell no.
All right. Any crazy story that sticks out that you all remember from transaction, interaction, phone calls, trade-ins?
Man, we'll be here all day if we talk about them stories.
We got all day.
I got a real good crazy one.
Go ahead.
We opened up a store in a bad neighborhood. We kept having a bunch of kids coming running in and snatching a bunch of stuff off the walls.
Oh man, Snatch and Grab.
Yeah, Snatch and Grabs. But it was all kids. They would keep coming in right after the grand opening. So we spoke to the police officers there's not a lot we can do.
Stop the cap.
We say just try to catch them. So what we did is we set some used systems on the counter and pretty much baited them in. And then all the kids ran in to take the stuff. And we pulled the gates down and was like,
You played yourself.
Hey, yo, what the
WWE and the kids.
Oh no, you ain't making up this story. No. WWE.
Yeah, this is back when they had the trade bins, like in the middle of the floor. They would have a bunch of used games in the big bins.
Okay.
He going way back.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I know
the metal white bins. Power bomb in 12 holes. No, like so flexible on the
Jesus Christ.
Best shift I've ever had at GameStop.
So what did HR say about this?
HR didn't know about this.
Oh.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
We caught the boy. They was trying to run. We soufflexed him a little bit and then called the police. Police took him out. The police didn't even arrest him.
So you up here doing mystery interactions.
God's work. We doing God's work.
He ain't lying.
Hey, that sound like my type of fun. I'd have loved to can't work that day, boy.
Bad kids in a bad neighborhood, man. It was
Go to sleep. 2 times.
Hopefully they are somewhere doing something productive.
I hope so too.
That's right. Get your lazy ass to some exercise.
Ju Jeezy, no crazy stories?
Man, I got a bunch of them,
okay,
man, but you know,
throw one out. You know. What did y'all normally do when someone bring back some DLC that's printed on a receipt?
Showing the receipt and saying non-refundable.
But they want their money back.
So?
Man,
the receipt says, it tells you on the screen before you buy it, this DLC is not refundable. Yeah. Now, granted, we have cases where the DLC didn't work. We'll give you that, right?
Okay.
But if we talking about you just bought it, oh man, I already got this. I can't return it, bro. It's already activated.
Shit.
How do you all handle when they pre-order don't arrive and they reserve it on time? What's some stories about those?
Man, we done had some bad ones.
It's bad.
It was some bad ones. I mean, luckily it's never a sports game. The sports
oh no,
game
it is a sports game. Bring up 2K from 2 years ago.
2K.
We didn't have enough. That Michael Jordan one, where they didn't send us enough.
Oh,
the company as a whole didn't get all the pre-orders. Remember? We don't make the game. We don't burn the seed. We don't do anything.
Day of release. You got people at the door.
Yeah, we can't.
It's 100 people outside, and you got 45 copies.
Yeah, you can't fix that, bro. How do you fix that?
Well, not you. You can't fix it the day of.
Off. That's what you do. You tell them, hey, I got to come back tomorrow.
You got to get on the DLC version.
But they don't want that though. They pay for the digital. They pay for the physical.
But they pre-ordered their game. How they gonna get it? And they pre-ordered it 10 days.
You can answer this question better than anybody. Because remember, you was at that. You broke the ceiling level. We was at that. I hit my head level.
Pause.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What does that mean?
Give me some more NDA.
What does that mean? Give me some detail.
You was there. We can't say what he was. That's why we talking in code.
Yeah.
We're not talking in code. I was a psych.
He gonna cut that.
He gonna cut that?
Got him.
There you go. You gonna cut that?
What are some interactions, or I would call them unknown transactions, where the customer should have been carried out the door?
Oh man, the systems with the roaches in them.
What?
I mean, I've seen some crazy people are nasty.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't even want to go into how terrible they are, but man, and they be expecting like real good money.
It works. It comes on.
That was their favorite line too. It's when they call you on the phone.
Hey, I'm trying to do a trading. It's in pristine condition.
Stop the cap.
Then you get there, look like somebody took a Warhammer and smacked it around like 40 times.
You can still sell this.
So who?
To who?
Baby's kids? Like nobody want this.
Cut that off.
I got a story. I want y'all feedback on this. So there was a interactive person, right, that was giving themselves massive amount of discounts on stuff that they were buying, ringing up themselves, and they never got caught. Any LP stories y'all got where some people should have got caught?
No, because everybody got caught. That was under my watch.
Personally, I wouldn't have that.
Everybody got caught?
Yeah, everybody got caught, bro. I got phone calls late at night.
Like, hey, that's what we doing? Just say yes if you agree. Yes.
Gotcha. You going to jail?
No, I've seen the ringer. GameStop they wasn't good.
Well, we worked in different areas. Remember that?
It's true.
Yeah, we worked in different areas.
It wasn't big at prosecuting. I don't feel like HR was all or nothing. It was like, okay. You have to get to a line, and then they was like,
it was a certain amount of money you have to take in order
Yeah.
for them to finally come back, because they couldn't prosecute the way they want to unless you take a certain amount. They're not going to try to prosecute for $500. They're going to let you get like $5,000
and build a case.
Yeah, right.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
Why do people fall for scams at GameStop?
I can't say the word that I want to say because you told me I couldn't say it.
And then come poop.
And I think a lot of the times it'd be like inside jobs. It was a lot of.
See, that's what I think.
I don't know, Jarell.
I think it was a lot of inside.
And the reason why I don't say that, bro, because everybody that GameStop knows we tell people right out of the gate. Anything that comes to GameStop comes through. I hope I can say this comes through via email. They would never call us directly from the store like, "Hey, this is so and so for X, Y, and Z." You know what I'm saying?
Email.
Unless what's the people distro? They may call, but they'll call us on our personal phone. They won't call us on the store.
What type of scam people were calling scamming over the phone all the time?
Open up the safe.
Open up the safe.
No. What I'm saying is they don't call directly and ask us to do that. So for people,
Yes, they do.
He's saying that the associates should know that people don't normally call.
Oh,
the
GameStop is not gonna call us like that. Like, hey,
right?
Yeah, they're not gonna do that. That's
Well,
what I'm
apparently
saying.
they
They're gonna
think
email us, so they'll call us on our. That's why they have our personal number, especially at the store level. They're not. On the store level, they'll call us directly, or our DMs. Or call us like, yo, X, Y, and Z, but they would never call the store like,
Hey, this is Jim Crow.
Working for white folks look way better on my resume.
I think it's some form of training. Like, I think they preach it enough, but they still fall for it. Like, how do you take money out and go to the Bitcoin machine at the gas station?
low intelligence.
If you want to talk about training, I can talk about GameStop's training. That's non-existent.
You said it's not existent?
No, GameStop does not have.
And I talked to former DMs, and they told me too that training is non-existent. That's not training.
There's no
putting me in front of a computer.
Man, I work for like 15
Right.
major companies, and GameStop's training is absolutely non-existent.
But that's what they're going to now. All this computer garbage. All the companies are just, hey, do this module, sign off on it. Now you know.
Yeah,
but not going hands on, touching everything and doing it. But just look at this video.
Yeah, GameStop will train a manager on how to be a cashier, and then pat you on the back, and be like, "Take care of that."
Yeah, make sure you sign
Email
off.
me if you need me.
Make sure you sign off on that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you saying non-existent?
Absolutely. They got like a program, like a level up, you know, a little online, ask you questions, you know, multiple choice, you answer. The training, there's no reinforcement. After you pass that one class that somebody else can sit down next to you and take for you, you are never again referenced any of this information. Nobody goes back to double check it. Oh no, yeah.
But anywho,
GameStop let you out in the wild, wild west. You make it happen.
We're not bashing y'all. It's just
Oh,
how they
yeah.
roll.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just how they roll. That's all.
Some pros of GameStop.
You said some what?
Some pros. What are some good things?
Okay,
I
what's
can't
some
be
good-
bashing. Y'all work there too.
A lot of good positive things working at
Schedule is
GameStop.
flexible.
You get to meet people, interact, have fun, share culture
This is
of
true.
what you like to do. Hopefully, midnights are still a thing that's ongoing.
Midnights were dope.
So you got
The
those-
real midnights. We're
Right.
not talking about the 10 o'clock
Right.
garbage.
The
You know,
real
we're talking
midnight.
about the 12 o'clock. People outside, 200 people lined up. Everybody ready to get their game. Those midnights.
Yeah.
And those are the days I miss. I did miss those days.
a lot of friends I met are from GameStop.
I met a lot of celebrities.
GameStop builds community. I think they marketing should lean more into that. But it
Yeah.
is very community. You get neighborhood involvement in GameStop. There's a lot of other places in the neighborhood where you don't actually get the real feel of the neighborhood. But when you work at a GameStop, you definitely get the vibes of that neighborhood. You get the
Because you get to know the people. You get to know
Yeah.
your regulars that come back on a regular basis point. You know them by first name. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that I love. You know, the one that you know soon dude come in, he finna pre-order 3 or 4 games.
Yep.
Or he finna grab 2 or 3
Yeah.
controllers. Or, he got his son coming in. You know, working with a lot of people, man, over the years, it's like you just know your customer base at a point. You know what I'm saying? You just know.
and not even just the gamers. You get a lot of parents who not even gamers, so you get to see on the regular.
Those are my favorite customers.
Yeah,
The parents that had the
those be the
kids,
best
especially
ones.
the women.
Man. But those are definitely the best ones.
Yeah.
I don't never use this slogan. I only heard other people use it, but some people would say profit over people. That's something I will never use or never embody. But
If we gonna keep the conversation neutral, I don't want to respond to that.
you don't want to respond to that?
No.
Oh my
Man, I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
it
go
100.
ahead.
That's exactly what it is.
Goddamn my ass kisses.
He ain't lying, y'all. That's what it is.
Man.
It ain't about the people, bro. But if we shut down the profit, which means we don't spend with them, then it's gonna be people over profit. Because without the people, you're not gonna have a profit anyway.
It's
Right.
facts. GameStop is very profit over people. And not so much today. I feel like they're walking towards people. Like we were talking about their social media presence. They got like a new social media team. They got a lot of stuff going on. They putting their emphasis back on trades, putting their emphasis back on physical.
No, they're not putting the emphasis back on physical.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
disagree with you on
they're
that one.
not.
Yeah.
I don't mean the emphasis back on physical, but I think that with trades, that is the emphasis on
No,
physical.
the
You
emphasis
can't-
is
you
trading
can't-
cards.
Well, no. I think the GameStop marketing is pushing used games and trade-ins. That's why they have the trade day. That's why
Okay.
they
I
really
guess it.
doing big pushes.
But let
on
me
the
stop right
buy
there though,
two, get one
Jarell.
free.
The reason why that's not I don't agree with that is because who's trading that stuff these days? This is keeping 100.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
They're doing trade anything.
that's
days.
I
they're
think-
trying.
Right.
Again, they might not be successful,
And the reason
but they're trying to embrace trades. They
So the days of the
trying to push
trading-
physical.
has gone away.
This is true.
And it's gone because digital is taking over. You know what I'm saying? Digital is to the point that nobody has to come outside anymore. So that's why GameStop has the PSA. That's why we have the collectible section. That's why we have the t-shirt sales. Because the gaming world is not the gaming world
Yeah, sure.
anymore. A lot of the old school creative stuff. We just lost the dude that does Tekken 8. He retired. So now everybody's worried about the new Tekken. What is it going to be like? Because he's not the director anymore. He's gone. He just retired. He retired during the Video Game Awards.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow, I didn't see that.
yeah,
I
so
didn't see
he's
that.
gone. So it's like the gaming community just lost a legend. Just like, in the anime world, we lost, Akira Toriyama. You know what I'm saying? In the game world, we lost the guy who makes Tekken. He's been the director of Tekken since Tekken 1. And he's retired. So it's like the gaming world is changing to the point where, they're not, and this is beyond GameStop, you guys, real quick. They're not making games like they used to anymore. They're making games for a profit. It's not about us anymore. It's not about they give us a beta, do the test, send feedback, right? Like, what don't you like about the game? What do you like about the game? And then they go in and correct it. They don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just they're making the game. They're living off the hype from the years of the game just being established like fans Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty's been the #1 shooting game for what, 2 decades?
It's
For 2
terrible.
decades, and then they made some trash Call of Duties, right?
He ain't lying.
And yet they keep making Call of Duties, and some of them are a hit, a lot of them are a miss,
And let this be yet another reminder.
Ride the wave.
and they're still riding the name
Yeah.
of the of you know, the Activision has changed so many directors and creative people in that game alone. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody new making the game, somebody new making games. Activision, they went to, I think, Sledgehammer, then they went. It's just a back and forth thing, bro. And that's what GameStop is doing. It's a back and forth thing. They know trades is not what it is anymore. So now it's like we got to generate, new revenue, the PSA, which we should have, me being at GameStop for as long as I have, we should have been doing this before the hype got to the point where it is now. We could have already been in the game. You know what I'm
So
saying?
do you think it's time for them to do CGC when it comes to comic books?
They should, because right now with the Marvel movies dropping, in the way a lot of movies come, they need to do the comic, not just the comic. If you're gonna do it all the way.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it all the way, do the comics. You know how people got comics sitting in their crates at home, bro, probably because they don't even know that's worth money.
Yeah, and I think having a storefront to go to is easier than just
No,
mailing.
that's true. They need a certain store for
Storefront.
just the Pokemon cards and the collectibles. And see, I don't want to dip and dab into that part of it as well. You know how they put all that stuff on the social. Only we got to sell this, we got to sell that, we got to do this, we got to do that. That's just a lot to put on somebody's plate. You know what I'm saying? In an 8-hour day.
So throughout the time that you was working there, what are some things that if you could go back, we should have never did this? GameStop should have stayed this way, or should have.
Oh man, that one
this-
I got to think about that one.
Some things that
Because-
GameStop should have never did.
Shoulda
They
never
should have
did.
never got into the
Do you-
cell phone business.
No, that was a fail.
Do you
I
see
hated
any?
that.
That's what I'm saying. Do you see any missteps within the
It's about that
company?
cricket stuff that we was doing when we was
Yeah.
actually activating phone
Yeah,
stuff.
we should have never done that.
Yeah, that was a lot of money not well spent.
We should have never left retro, then went back to retro. Just stay with it consistently.
Yeah.
Don't keep taking it away. Coming
Didn't we
back.
have a retro? The one that had wasn't it Geek something that we had bought out,
Geek Squad?
and that was the retro one, that virtual version, I think, or what
No,
was that?
Geek Squad was focused on collectibles,
Merch.
pop when pop were
Merchandise.
at their biggest. But now
Okay.
Funko Pops is on the brink of like bankruptcy. They're like in debt $250 million.
Oh, so they're not hitting no
GameStop should
more.
buy 'em.
They're not hitting no more.
GameStop should buy them.
GameStop should buy Funko Pops.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
The exclusives? What?
To be make it exclusive,
Yes. If you got
but they
it,
have,
you
but they
got
ain't
a
paying.
section.
Well,
You
GameStop.
have it. You have a section in your company. They're following. Go snatch it up. You got all those exclusives. You be in control
I
of the pop
mean,
world.
they have the money to do it.
Yep. And we
Do they
already
though?
moving into collectibles.
GameStop got
We
the
already
money
looking
to
into.
do
I mean, they shut down
appraisals.
those stores. I mean, I figured they could.
They have enough money to buy Funko if they wanted to.
Yeah, but if it's not popping, it's just burning money though. If
But if they make it
they're
a-
failing, then it's just burning money. GameStop's not gonna be able to help that.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason
If,
for-
if GameStop takes them over, GameStop will ship their production. They're going to start just producing the Funkos for IPs that GameStop,
But
the GameStop will put their influence on it.
But
Right.
the problem is if the market is not calling for that, then no matter what GameStop does, the market is not calling for it. It's not going to make any money.
Well, the reason Funko Pops are messed up right now is because they're making too many. They make a pop for everything,
Yeah.
and I don't think they should do that.
Yeah. Because the true collectors can't keep up. They fall into
But
the
it's also
Beanie
your
Baby problem.
choice to buy the ones like that. So my thing is too, when I was buying Funko Pops, I only bought anime pops. I'm not buying everything. I don't buy
Exactly.
Stranger Things. I don't buy Backstreet Boys. I don't buy NSYNC. I'm being funny, y'all. They making everything to for the consumers. Everybody may not like anime pops. Some people may like movie pops.
And that's
You know what I'm
why
saying?
if GameStop buy them, they'd stop making NSYNC pops. They would just make GameStop. I'm not gonna say just GameStop IPs, but they would focus on the stuff that you like, the stuff that people who walk in GameStop like. So if you know, oh, they got the Joker pop, and they got Halo pops, and they got anime pops, and you can only get those at GameStop, and you a pop person,
But
they
they
need that.
so pops only at certain stores, like Hot Topic, you know what I'm saying, Lunchbox, GameStop, Target, Walmart. So they were doing it.
But right now,
Obviously,
based on the
fair.
company, they have too many out there that are not.
But I don't
they have
think-
too much inventory.
I think they need to go back to what made them, which
Yeah.
is video games. They need
Yeah.
to go back to that. Everything else is just stretching. Remember we had a conversation a while ago about cutting the fat, right? To the
Right.
point where it's not no more fat on there. It's just all meat.
What do you mean by that?
Now you cutting the meat, aka the profit. So now you cutting that, and it's just go back to what works. Stop fixing stuff that's not broken.
Was the Elite Pro membership broken?
Trash.
It was trash.
We needed 2 cars, free and pro.
When I asked
That's
a
it.
question about what the GameStop
Hey,
do
hey,
bad,
hold on. Hey, Justice, what you think about that? Shout out to Justice, y'all here in the back scene.
It was a good idea. The thing about it is that it allowed like particular features and benefits that people saw value in, but once the company developed value in it, they took the program away. So because of that, what happens is you hurt your loyalty, you hurt basically your trust and verify in that particular brand. So that's something that they should have kept. They should have reevaluated the program, although it was still not what they deemed company cost effective. That's something that they could have looked at, and they probably could have revised it, and it would have helped breed more loyalty in the organization.
So I don't know what the pro membership is now, but do you think this current pro membership is better than the Elite Pro?
No, it's whack.
No.
They charge more, you get less.
Yeah.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking. Let's rock.
I think that they've steadily increased the price of their membership while slowly taking away features.
Hey, yo, what the
Hey, you know what else was
Slowly
done?
taking away value.
Something else I didn't like? That GameStop credit card, bro. Do you
No,
know
the
do you know
GameStop credit card is insane.
Do you know the interest rate on that thing?
38%.
It's crazy.
Man, hell no.
Yeah, I saw it. Every time somebody signed up for it, I was like,
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
oh my God. I feel
At least you got people to sign up for. Like,
I'm trying to make all this dead, but I'm dead.
hey, you pre-approved for credit? No, I'm good. The people with the GameStop program? No, I'm good.
So 38%. That means you spend.
40% APR.
We said how much was it?
No, you're right. 38%.
38%
My math was
APR.
So you
40,
spend
but-
$500. You about to drop.
Yeah.
If I go buy a PS5 right now with the
You
GameStop
should spend
credit
about
card,
$800 for a $500 comp.
you paying $690.
Yeah. Extra 200, but what, 300?
Extra, like an extra $200.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you ain't good with your finances, 38%, 38%, and I don't even know what the national average is, but that's ridiculous.
The national average should be around 20.
If you paying the minimum, like a
Nah,
lot
you-
of poor people is, you're gonna be paying a lot more than $690.
That GameStop credit card is ridiculous.
OD.
Any messages you would send to anybody?
If it was a room full of GameStop CEOs watching this right now,
Any messages?
any messages I would have?
Shit.
I would say after years of working GameStop management, corporate management, I would say that you got to go back to the people. You got to go back to more personal. I think they moving in the right direction with their marketing. I think they doing good.
You making it hard for me. Yeah.
Said moving in the right. I'm gonna give my full take. I think they're moving in the right direction with marketing. But as far as the brand and the company, there has to be a overhaul on training. You guys need to stop hiring, cashiers and giving them store keys.
Like, I'm leaving here with something.
There needs to be some type of standard. There has to be reinforcement. You go back and make sure that your management, your team, and your people that's working for you completely understand their roles and duties. Because I feel like GameStop gets a lot of good people and put them in a lot of bad positions.
He ain't lying.
I don't think that they have a lot of terrible employees or bad employees, or
Oh my God, you can only give me $2 for this and I paid $60 for it.
you only have those people who complain like that because you have employees who weren't able to articulate why you only getting $2 for it, why you only getting $5 for it, or whatever the case may be. But I definitely think that GameStop needs to go back to training, overhaul the full training and focus of the company. But that's the nicest thing that I can say.
Oh, good. What's up, Ju Jeezy? What you got?
Well, too bad for you, because I just took another job.
What I got? Yeah, what you got?
Hire people who has a passion for video games. Don't hire people who just want a job. Hire people who don't mind coming to work, talking about video games, who don't mind doing what's needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at GameStop as don't look at selling a pro card as a scam. That's not what it is. Your job is to sell, right? Sell. Make the customer understand, this card is important. That's what I mean by hire people who's into games. Hire people who has a passion for this. Don't just hire people because you're trying to fill a slot so you don't have to come to work.
Damn.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you give your tenure at GameStop? on a scale of 1 to 10? You worked other places before.
Oh yeah, the
We've
Tenure.
since have
Mine
worked other
overall,
places.
a 7.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Me, I give it based on what I did.
You about to give it a 9.
But based on what I accomplished, and the things I was able to do, you know, even after transitioning elsewhere, I'll give it in position. Management, I give it like a 7 or 7.5. When it comes to upper management, that varies week by week and day by day. Some things I can control, some things I can't control.
Of course.
Okay, so as an overall, your tenure at GameStop,
I give it an 8.
Look back, you give it an 8 out of 10.
8. Yeah, 8.
Okay.
8.
Yeah.
You played yourself.
I've worked a lot of places. I'm gonna preface it by saying that I've worked for a lot of companies similar to GameStop. I'm gonna give GameStop overall a 5.5 out of 10. Easy.
5.5.
And we don't consider
slightly above average.
We don't consider him a OG GameStop employee because he wasn't there long, but he was there long enough.
Don't say that.
I was 15 years ago. I was my second job was GameStop.
Yeah,
and then my
okay. Well, I retract my statement.
It was my second job and my 19th job. So
okay.
I left.
So I retract my
years
OG
went
because
back.
I consider me and Backbody and Justice OGs because that's how long we were there. He's an OG because he just told me I didn't know about the first cent. So because I had 3 cents at GameStop. So yeah.
Oh damn. You bad. I thought I was bad for the
Yeah.
So in terms of, because we're in America and corporations, they focus more on profit. For the most part. So you're saying obviously some of them is more like profit over people in general. But from a corporate standpoint, when it's people over profit, that's just from the marketing standpoint. They have to, sound good by the end of the day.
Yep.
So do you think GameStop specifically, do you think that they're going down the profit aspect of it and just using the people aspect of it for marketing? Or do you think that they actually care about people?
No comment.
Okay. Come on, man.
No, I got one.
No corporate entity actually cares about people.
Thank you.
And I'm not going to point the finger at GameStop.
That's
right.
No
That's
corporate.
And that's what I was going to get
cares
to.
about
Yeah,
people.
and that's what I was going to get
Have a
to.
corporation.
That almost sound like a bait question.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think from an overall standpoint, that is the shiny apple that looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It sounds good. It draws people in. It gets people buy-in. It gets the community in. But at the end of the day, it's about making revenue, right? But my philosophy is, if you take care of the people take care of you, and it's a circle. But you gotta put the people first.
And we start taking care of the people.
People don't take care of the bottom
Well,
line.
hold on. But is it just about quote unquote taking care of the people, or just giving the people what they want? That's two different things. Because the thing is, the more there's always saying like, if you feed the crowd, you will never go hungry. This is like a rich mindset, So it's one of those things where, like, okay, yeah, we give the people what they want, but if you educate the people in a certain type of way, you're not giving really them what they need.
I'll ask you this: what do you think I mean when I say take care of the people?
Well, I know you personally, so I know you're speaking from a more positive aspect.
No. Who do you think I'm talking about? Consumers or employees?
Probably both.
No.
Who are you speaking
I'm talking about employees. You take care of your employee take care of the guest, and the guest take care of the company.
Okay. That's fair. No, when I thought you said people, I thought you just meant overall.
No, I'm talking about you take care of your people that run the business. They take care of the guest take care of the company.
Yes.
If it's one negative, that is one, is that we stopped doing that part. Meaning we stopped taking care of the employees start taking care of the people, and the people start taking care of us.
Yeah.
So we used to have a lot of things. We'll go out in the streets and do things.
Yeah.
We will have a budget for midnight, but we can have a DJ, we can have food and stuff, and the people come and enjoy it and have a good time. We will have certain things we would do, and they stopped doing that. And so the midnights became less and less fun because we took away the fun.
When he said that GameStop needs to hire people who like video games.
Yeah.
And when I was saying that they need to get better in training, because GameStop will hire a cashier, give them a key, and tell them to run a store. And then that is being transferred to the people that walk in the door.
Let's just say if GameStop hires a store manager, right? or let's just say somebody works here after becoming a store manager, but they're telling the store manager, hey, I just need you to do this, this, and this, because you spoke about this before, not too long after you left the company.
Okay.
They're like, they just want you to do this, this, and this, focus on sales, selling, right? But you focus so much on the selling aspect that you forget about the community aspect. You get what I'm saying? And then it goes back to wondering, like, what is the foundation of their principles in the corporate office? Is it strictly just about really making money, or is it really about investing in the community? But the investment in the community is the people that they hire. Going back to what you were saying.
And to answer that, I'm gonna go back to the first statement that I said, that no corporation cares about.
Fair. Okay, we'll leave that
the boardroom conversation is always about the bottom line.
Yeah.
Regardless of what pretexts come before that, that's the end goal is always the bottom line. But what we're trying to relay is that GameStop's bottom line is very dependent upon the individuals that they have running their organization. It's not a point and shoot type of system where you can take this person out today, put somebody else in tomorrow, and the wheels keep moving. It does not work like that at GameStop.
That's fair.
So that is the biggest chink in their corporate armor, is that a lot of other places you can just find a cashier to replace a cashier and the business still functions the same, because we can have somebody else come in and focus on these things. When he has a deep knowledge of gaming and he has built a community within this niche environment, yeah, you have to foster that person versus fostering the company, versus sending out an email to everybody and saying, hey, this is what we all need to do, when these aren't the strengths of the individuals that you call to action to work for you.
So in other words, the real bridge between the corporations and the people is the employees.
What I believe any company should determine what success is based on the guest experience. That's what success should be based off of. Success should not be, I walk in the store, I get a membership, I get a warranty, I get a pre-order. That is excellent service. No. While behaviors lead to those things that want them to be committed to our services, the experience should be based off of, I had a fantastic time, I had a good interaction with someone, I was able to relate with someone with things that I like, I'm going to leave a survey. I met Xavier Wood, and we were able to relate and have a conversation about stuff that we had similar interests in. And it wasn't about him just, okay, let me sign and get out the way. It wasn't about that. It's about the experience. But in some places, the experience is, did you get this? Did you get this? Did you buy that? No one will ever say, I had a great time because I got a membership. They will say, I had a great time because I had an interaction with someone that made me feel welcome. We had a conversation and it was cool to be in there. Yes. That's what it should be about. But success is determined by measurable things that I don't believe should be measurable to determine success.
But that's in a capitalist society, money would be considered that measure of success.
Well,
regardless of how you
not everybody.
No, I'm not saying it's everybody, but I'm just saying regardless for face value.
Well, I won't say face. I can't say face value because a lot of companies still look at Google reviews. A lot of companies still look at feedback. A lot of companies still look at what the customer, the guest is saying. No one's going to be like, oh, you got 2 warranties, bad day. But I got 50 great guest experience, but we're not going to highlight that.
But hold on, but once you have the credibility like a GameStop, you know people are going to buy from that company no matter what, right? So by the end of the day, the measure of success in a capitalist society is the money. I'm not saying it's right. Because at the end of the day, all of it at some point got to translate into revenue. That's the end. Companies put it at the beginning. That's the problem.
Real quick, so I appreciate everything they saying and I respect it, but I'm gonna speak on this on my own. So we had a particular type of leadership, and the type of leadership understood what we were trying to get accomplished, and they were tolerant of the behavior and the patience as well as the approach to solving problems of metrics. Right?
Mm-hmm.
A new type of leadership came in. The new leadership came in, and the whole focus became metrics. And I said this to it was a newly appointed director. I ain't gonna say his name. The whole thing, like I told him, I said, if the only thing we're gonna celebrate is the metric, the people in the store gonna start acting like the only customer is the metric. So when I said that, he got quiet. It was an executive above him. He got quiet, and it was 2 district managers. They got quiet.
When I got hired back for the 3rd time, and I got in there, my number one job, was to sell. It was nothing else. It wasn't about tasking, productivity, how my employees felt. It was none of that. My job when I came in there was to sell. I did that. So you know what GameStop did after that? They changed the matrix. So now it ain't about sales anymore. Now we're going into, now we got to do this. Now we got to sell this. Now we got to do this. So now you're moving the goalpost is what you're doing. So what Justin said was correct, what he said was correct, and what Backbody said was correct. So what they keep doing was we'll hit the goalpost, we'll kick the field goal and it's good. Oh no, we're gonna push it back 20 more feet. Now you got to do the circle of life, or now you got to do what was the four things we had to hit, the scorecard. Then we had to hit that. It just became to the point. It just got real repetitive, and that was demoralizing.
I have one more question because I know I'm taking up your time. So in general, as all of you guys being leaders, do you believe that GameStop? You're saying that they're moving the goalposts all the time. Do you believe that it's in their heads, regardless if what you're saying is right and they know it's right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe they're moving the goalposts because they do not want you guys to have as much control as much as you think you do? Do you think it's a way for them to hold on to that control, or do you think they're just being stubborn?
It's a way for the company like they're making money.
Exactly. I was gonna say they
change up everything to make like because my store was the number 1 store in sales in 2023 to the point I had people hating on me. I told you the gloves are coming up now. I don't give a damn at this point. They was mad, and he got phone calls about me because they like, how dude come in, he could do X, Y, and Z. How dude come in, he could do this and do that because I did my job like I was told. I was told to sell, and that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be mad at me because I did my job and you not doing yours because you kissing butt.
I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing.
They only move the goalposts because corporations is profit driven. So the reason, there in the corporate boardroom, the reasoning behind adding these metrics, behind adding these different things is because we believe, from a corporate standpoint, that if as a company we do these things, we'll be more profitable. And through all of these years and all of these different changes and switches, and I do not see this big boost of profitability that has come from these actions. And the reason is because GameStop is people-based. Like he said, hire these kinds of people. And then I said, train these types of people. And then he goes and you reimburse as a company and develop and put more into your people. And that will translate into your guests as well as the bottom line. The problem with GameStop is that they're moving these goalposts. They're coming in with sales this, sales that. Nobody's being trained on how to get to that goal line.
But here's the thing, back to what he was saying. It's about the bottom line. Well, you said that actually.
Yeah,
it's about the bottom line. So everything that you suggest that they should do costs.
Yes, it's an investment.
Exactly. That money can go into other things. So they don't want to invest it. I'm not speaking for them.
Yeah.
But from a corporation standpoint, especially being in America for as long as I have, they're trying to do as much with very little.
Yeah, you go.
You get what I'm saying?
We know.
And it's kind of
that's why we don't work there anymore.
And I'm one of the few people I can say, I'm one of the few people.
We know.
I'm one of the few people on this panel that can say I came from the dirt. Meaning when I started at GameStop, I started as a seasonal, working 1 day a week and working all the way up to the SM position. It's not a lot of people who say they did that. And one of my bosses is actually talking behind the scenes as well. Nobody said they can do that. And I was trained to come from the dirt and come up. And it got to the point where at one time, you guys, I spent more time at GameStop than I did at home. That's how fun it used to be.
Yeah.
I spent more time at GameStop. I'll come up against on my days off. They kick it so literally from open to close. It wasn't just GameStop. It was Game Crazy era.
Yep.
And you know about that back body when we'd kick it all day long in Game Crazy, just all day long, you kick it. You don't have these, man.
I mean, it's still there, but
it ain't there because these new generation of kids are soft as Charmin tissue. The blue label, they whack. Yeah. Everybody bringing in now is whack. They don't hire nobody. They don't scout anymore. We used to go out. Me and Judge used to go out all the time and do hiring hiring fairs to scout people, bro. We had people come in. You see people come in, bro,
They was giving
with gym shoes, Crocs on, never look professional. They don't even know what a damn resume is anymore, bro. They're not hiring the right people for this company. You got people that's just there to clerk. If you want to clerk, take your ass to Walmart.
Go on, get out of here.
Yep.
If you want to clerk.
I mean, we got
I told you it's gonna get to a point when I'm gonna get amped up a little bit, bro, because that's how passionate I was about the company. When I came to work and I was serious about what I did when I came to work.
Goddamn, my ass kisses.
At one time, we were all like that. You know what I'm saying? When he got, when he was getting promoted, he was on presidential list, stuff like that. But we was proud of this brother. This brother was one of the few that made it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? To a point, and he was doing everything. He had people hating on him. We didn't even care, bro.
Ain't nobody hating on me.
Yes, they was.
Yes, they was.
He was.
No, they wasn't.
Yes, they was, bro. And I'm now dead ass serious. Yes, they was.
Hold on. Hold on.
We don't go into no names.
They got us.
And I wasn't even that long, and I know they were.
Bro,
I didn't even work there, and I know you.
Yeah, man.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Well, there's a difference between hating and being envious.
Boy,
No, I'm saying
No, it's not. No, it isn't.
being envious is internal. Hating is letting it out. They was letting out the
Right.
envy. That's how we know they was hating.
No. I think it was more envy than hate.
No. You know why you had haters, bro? Because you was doing your damn job.
Exactly.
That's why you had haters, bro. You was mad because why he get that position. He got a position because bro bust his ass.
Yes.
That's why he got the position. Bro bust his ass.
But see, that's what I'm just saying. There's a difference between hate and envy.
That's not envy. That's hate.
That's hate.
No, I have not received any external hate from someone. I believe people were envious.
All right, bro. Now I'm finna
So it didn't make it back to you.
Huh?
So you saying the hate didn't make it back to you?
No, but that's what people were envious.
We let you know that the hate was out in the world.
Flowing straight from the survival scroll.
Shit,
You
bro.
just wasn't receiving.
That's right.
Okay, you just recently left. And before you left, we had round table talks, me, you, and Justice a lot about the good, the bad, and the ugly with the company.
Uh-huh.
So when you left, isn't it ironic after you left, and all of a sudden everybody's doing good?
Stop the cap.
No, hold on. They not doing good.
Okay.
And I want to make sure I explain this. They're not doing better.
Okay.
The metrics has been adjusted to where it favors them more. But the principle of what they need to go after is still terrible.
Okay, gotcha.
What you talking about?
We just want to tell you, as your brothers,
Uh-huh.
that you had haters.
Yeah.
Okay,
man.
good.
You had a lot, bro, because you
haters,
used the man, bro. Like you used the man, bro, and I love you for that, bro. Like you did we couldn't do, and I love you for that. Like I say, and I looked up to you because of some of the things you were doing. And I felt like I was very fortunate to be with that company and develop the relationships I have with so many people, not just coworkers, just people that.
Hey, you used to work at that GameStop. Ooh, what's up, bro? Like, what's going on?
But to work with you and to be at least on your level to a point, even though you was IDM one time, and be able to work with you and we could separate business and personal was something I would definitely never forget, bro. That's one thing GameStop did give me. I will say it's one of the best things they did happen. I got to meet all of you guys, and I got to work with you guys under the same umbrella at the same tier.
Bro, is riding all you do?
So I definitely would say that's one of the biggest things I do love about that company.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate it.
So I did say something nice about the company.
That was a positive. Conference was decent too. I'm not gonna lie.
I never made it to conference.
Conference was cool, man.
Yeah,
I bet it was when y'all was in Vegas turning up.
Yeah.
Conference was really, really cool.
I still be using my Meta headset.
Like people putting their ties on their forehead.
Stuff.
It was turned.
We had to get that out, y'all. I know it, but we had to get that out.
Pause.
Trade day was trade anything day, right? But they had a lot of disclaimers, a lot of fine print you had to read, which probably nobody read. They just took whatever. But I want to know, what do you think GameStop should start taking trades on? I think they should start taking trades on like steel books that are like in cool condition, steel books, or like the collector's editions of the stuff that came in the box that they can resell or display, or take like a lot of the old retro stuff like the Super Scope or like the Super Nintendo Zapper, like all the stuff that.
But it has to have a profit margin, though. That's what the thing about the company does, though, because they're. So
I disagree, because if you go to other mom and pop video game stores, they have those things.
But what you just say, you said mom and pop, that's not a corporation.
Don't matter.
It does.
We taking retro, right?
Right, we're taking retro now because retro was starting to come back and service because a lot of people don't want to. The newer video game consoles are a little more challenging for people that's older in age, bro. They don't want to press all them damn buttons. They used to AB or ABC. They're not used to having L1, L2, R1, R2 analog disc.
I don't think retro went away. I don't think it went away.
It did go away, but it's back because once again, I'm one of the probably oldest people on this panel, and you got to remember the old school games where you didn't do a lot. You know, the new consoles are built for the younger generation, not built for the older generation, bro.
Well, but I don't think retro ever went away. I don't think it went away. I never thought retro went away. I think they have seasons, but I don't think retro went away.
I think that GameStop should start back taking in movies, Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays, as well as I think they should adopt the Netflix subscription plan when Netflix first started, and you could have a subscription and you could like get your discs in the mail. And you can rent them. I think the GameStop should go to a rental.
I think they tried that.
I don't think they should do the Blu-rays because everything.
Not so necessarily the Blu-rays, but I mean, I think that he said, "What should they trade?" I think they should start taking in some movies, physical movies. I think that would be a good plus for them in trades. But as far as a company, I think that they should go into
you talk like VHS or like DVDs?
No, I mean, you start with select, just DVD, Blu-ray. I would say just Blu-ray.
But the reason why I think that would work,
they sell Xboxes and PlayStations,
but I don't think that would work because everybody has streaming services now.
Well, yeah, and that's my second point. I think they should start taking those in, and GameStop should start offering a service. They should start offering a rental service. You pay $30 a month, and you can come in and you can get any used game that we got one at a time, and you can go online and you can get them delivered to you.
But here's the problem with that was already before. There was something called Fly Game, and they tried that. Right?
Yeah, no, they tried it and it failed.
The problem is,
and they failed.
Well, but my question was trade.
GameStop has brick and mortar. You're not just doing it online. You can walk into your local GameStop, look on the wall, and get another game, and it would be a competitor to like what's the Xbox One, Game Pass or PlayStation Plus. You can walk into GameStop, look at the wall. You're not bound by a specific set of games. Because every month it could be whatever is used. Okay. You go into GameStop, whatever is used, because we've already got the profit margins on the used. They go in, you can go in, and shop, and you grab your used game, and one in, one out. If the maybe a pro elite membership that comes with a perk,
a pro elite membership,
whatever. But you know what I'm saying. I think that, and if you add in some movies with that was my thought process was to give them more options of things that they'd be able to grab. Because instead of just games, you could have games and physical movies that you can, so it gives you a little niche.
It's one of them. It's a shaky thing, though.
Do you think it's possible that not just GameStop, but anybody, do you think it's possible for us to have digital trade-ins?
No, because you don't own the rights to digital games.
What if we can sell and buy temporary licenses at a lower cost? You think it's possible?
No.
Nah, they're not gonna give up that much power.
No. They're not gonna give up that
you know how
much
much power that is, bro?
No. Well,
no.
Hold on, but it's already kind of in place. Think about it. You have Game Pass, you got PlayStation Plus membership, whatever the tier you have, right? It's technically a license. If you let your membership expire, you don't have access, right? Hold on. Hear me out here. Let's say I went and gave you my gamer tag and it removed the license for activation for this game and it gave it to someone else at a lower price. So for example, you got Call of Duty Black Ops 3. You ain't played it in 6-7 years. You pay $60 for it online. You come, GameStop gives you $5 for that license. Then they sell that license, digital code, to him for $15. And you may all make some money. You got credit for a game you're not playing, you got it at a huge discount. They should changing who has the license, and then Microsoft like
give us our cut.
No. Activision is like
no. Why are you doing that? We can just sell it straight to them without you.
And that's what.
But not touching our property.
You're right.
I said it already. I ain't got to talk no more.
But they won't sell it to you for the $15 that GameStop did.
Exactly.
They won't do that though.
They're gonna sell it for free.
But
if you don't want to buy it,
y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Remember, Xbox and PlayStation do their stuff two different ways. PlayStation changes their free games every month. Even their library changes every month. Xbox is just this is what we got. Now they do pull games off
right
of the Game Pass from time to time and add different stuff. So you can't do that because at the end of the day, we don't own. You would never own license anything digital. The only thing you will own is physical. So you can't just because that's too many. It's too many middlemans in all that. So you got to have somebody for this, somebody for this, somebody for that. That's too many. And like you said, that's too much control.
You understand? But big up, man.
And you can't make a profit off of that. They don't want you to make a profit off anything. That's why when we do trade-ins, and there's gonna be a shot.
No shot, not this. No.
The trade-ins, the value is so low because they lowball you, but then they upsell it back. You know what I'm saying, for a higher margin. Like we trade in the PlayStation 5, we giving them. Well, we were giving them. Hold on.
Stay focused, brothers.
We giving them like $220, but then we're reselling that for $449.
Wouldn't let that happen to me though.
All it takes is for one person to do it and test it.
But
and
it's too much logistics.
It don't. Hey, what? Yeah. This is the world. There ain't nothing. The word impossible should never be used.
The word is about making money,
right?
And
it does make money because
it's not gonna make money.
That's not. Yeah,
that's not. It's not.
It's too many steps. And
you got too many. Yes, you got too much dip on your chip. It's not going. It's not going to happen.
Dip on your chip.
You got too much dip on your chip, bro.
Pause.
That ain't gonna happen.
Like, yeah, you're reaching.
You get that sour cream and with that. You need that Ruffles chip that's gonna hold. You put a Lay's in there, it's crack. It's over with. You need that Ruffle chip.
You know the difference between the two?
Yeah, of course I do, man. I'm with chip underscore.
Chip kind of the hell out of here.
Does it make more sense to just sell the full product anew?
And that's what digital games going to sell a lot.
The digital license that somebody
I think
has
it's an
purchased.
untapped market to create another way for people to get games for a lower price that may not want to deal with physical.
But you still got to go through the people. You still got to go through what I'm trying to say. The people who make the corporations who have the game license.
I hear that, but at the end of the day, when you put it on the table, they're gonna be like, it's money you would have never gotten in the first place.
Are you doing?
It's not.
No, it's not.
Because for instance, if I
know we're gonna wrap this up, y'all. We sorry.
If you have Halo 1 downloaded,
yeah,
you ain't played it in 10 years.
Yep.
But I want to give up my license to it because somebody else may want to buy it at a cheaper price.
Yep.
You go sell it that license for $5-10, and you get credit online to use it on something else.
Since we talking about Halo 1, me as Bungie,
right?
We're like,
oh, so there's somebody who wants to buy Halo 1 at a cheaper price? We can sell it to them. Why are we letting you sell yours?
Because your price is $50.
You're a victim.
Okay, and that's the price I said.
But
why
would they give the consumer the license in the first place?
Exactly.
You said
why would I?
Because
Bungie,
everything is licensed you down. It's a temporary license.
But as Bungie, what is the?
What am I giving you?
I understand why everybody else is winning in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Me as Bungie, right? I have it up for $40.
Okay.
And I had 10 people download it yesterday. The 10 people who could afford it.
Okay.
There's 5 other people who are probably only going to pay $15. And
Right.
you're saying, hey, this opens up a lane for them. And I'm going to say, I don't care of a lane for them. I already have $400 in sales.
Okay.
I'll just wait for every 3 of those people who want to pay 15. I have 1 that'll pay 40.
Right.
And we get all of that.
Because guess
So
what?
why would I say, you know what? Nah, instead of me taking full profit on $40,
Okay.
let me get $8 from you guys' transaction of him buying
Because
it
guess
and then
what?
transferring
And
to me.
here's my counter to that. Because they will go and find a used one that's a physical copy that's probably cheaper, and then X out both of them in the general.
But we live in a world now where
It's a
people are not gonna
convenience.
go out of their way to do that.
People will go out their way to save money. Not everybody. What?
GameStop stock is $21.
Don't do that.
and let me say this:
The proof is in the pudding, my boy.
You talking about something digital? Hold on, this is the
People are
problem.
not going out
And this is the
and
problem
buying
that this is.
Well, hold on.
This is
When I said digital trading, I don't mean GameStop. I mean, what if someone started that online?
But it won't work because we're having an issue. Even when we was there, the issue with us as GameStop is that the companies don't want us to have the games used because once they make their money. Remember, we only make a certain amount on a brand new game. So the only way we survived is the used product. So it's like you doing a digital. That's not going to work because it's not working now with what we have going on. So you think because it's digital, it's going to make it any better? No, it's not. It's not going to work because we're already losing because the company, once we crack the seal off, guess what? The value of the event automatically drops down.
And you know what? I agree, but I always say we should never say never until somebody finds a formula that works.
We're saying never because it's not going to work.
All right. Okay.
So
anyway,
you want to
Because
digitally trade
spend
in
billions
games.
of dollars on marketing. They're gonna find a way.
They're going to exactly
because everything. Remember, you gotta think about it. A lot of this stuff that's created and made services.
I got it.
Hold on, wait.
You know what? I might be hearing it.
Here's hear me out.
I think
a lot of the stuff that we say that don't work, didn't work, will never work. It has worked. There was somebody like you.
I'm the bad guy. Yeah, you point at me.
Somebody like you in 1995 that would have said,
Man, you can't stream no movie.
No, I would never say that.
Shit.
I would never say that.
It was somebody who said
It was somebody that said you couldn't stream no movie.
Oh, I would never sign up for a
So
subscription.
how about this then? How about you do it?
Me?
Yes, you.
Since you doing all the talking, since you doing all the promoting, since you feel like you're gonna do it.
So after hearing them talk, I got a little bit more of an understanding, because I was thinking one of my big points when I was at GameStop is I would tell people why should I buy physical instead of digital, and I would always say for the cousins, because once you stop playing it, you can give it to somebody. Yeah. Once it gets old for you, you can give it to the generation who doesn't have money yet. And that's
why I like physical. I always like physical for that reason.
And for the reason of him going into digital, I would understand that if I got a game and I'm not playing Black Ops and I got cousins, it would be nice if I could transfer that copy that I have and I've already paid for to them for them to be able to play it. And I understand that piece of it,
right?
But I don't think that financially, I think that I should be able to freely.
That's a money pit.
I should be able to freely
go ahead.
Give up my license on it. Like I should be able to give up my right to play Call of Duty once and transfer it to their account, and that be that. Just a straight transfer, but
which you're not gonna be able to do
without paying though. I mean, they got it now with game sharing and things like little workarounds. Right. Yeah. But it would be good to be able to give something that I've already paid for to somebody else. The issue with that is making that a transaction.
That's not going to happen without whoever originally owns the license, whether it's Bungie or whoever it is.
Right.
They're not going to do it without them making a serious profit off of it.
Well, I mean, but I'll always
hold on,
like you want somebody else to play our game and they not paying.
A Halo 1, let's just say you buy the digital copy. Let's just say they don't have any more physical copies, regardless if they did have physical copies.
Mm-hmm.
But you say digital, somebody had it for 10 years and they want to transfer it to a cousin or whatever it may be. At some point, they're going to say like, okay, if we're going to allow this person to transfer this over to this person, why not just put a digital copy for sale so the person can afford it?
Because it can never compete with the pre-owned prices sometimes. And that price, that transfer,
they control the prices though.
But when it's digital, it's technically never.
And I was gonna say you can't say pre-owned for digital because technically it's not pre-owned because it's not a disc.
It's previously played.
Come on now, dog.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's a download.
It's still a brand new.
download.
It's still a brand new game.
Yeah.
You know? So that's
okay.
With the disc, I mean, you can break it, it can scratch. It's actually,
Yeah, because you keep using the word pre-owned, and digital would never be pre-owned.
Yeah, if they start putting like the download keys on flash drives, maybe. If the kids of the future walking around with terabyte flash drives and you go into the store and you can get a download, like that, and you got the key and something that's tangible, you have to have a something like a code wallet or something to be able to give to them. But just straight information to information, everybody
it's too much scammers out here to do that though. It's too much scammers. People will find a way to break that.
Hopefully we don't do what do they call it? MRD, the RDM, where it's locked to your account, whatever that was called. Hopefully we don't do that.
DRM.
What is it called?
DRM.
DRM. No DRM ever.
DMR.
There it is. No DMRs ever. No DMR. But all right, guys. Hope y'all enjoy our conversation about our time at the shop, GS, EB Game, Funko Land, whatever you want to call it. Subscribe, like, and share. That's the best way to support the channel. And people first. I'll see y'all later.
Cut that off.